Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Good Times for All, or Zachary Zabala here if you prefer. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Gordon rocket stove that Mr. David Gordon made. Bobby and Cammy's right here. As you see, it comes in a few little pieces. You have your grill here that separates from the shaft, which connects to the top right here. You have a little oven right here down in the bottom. This is just a dampener to control your heat, your airflow. And then your main, you have a stove surface right here you can use, and then your grill on top. There's a really neat little grating down here in the bottom I'll show you. You can take out. All the handles are made to where, for stoves, to where they radiate the heat off and don't hold it and never get too hot for you to handle. So I'll show you how easy it is to put together real quick. Just set it in there and set that inside of there, and there you go. You're all set to go. We are going to be using some charcoal this time. The last one we showed you was wood. David said he doesn't use a whole lot of charcoal, so he's kind of interested to see what we come up with here. As you can see, there's a grate with holes in it you can pull out to get started. And really, you could even pull it out, I'm sure it'd be warm, but you can use a glove and pull that out to add more charcoal. I'm not sure how much to use, so we're just going to make a nice pile here. I don't know if it's going to work like that, so I am going to wet it down a little bit. A little bit of nature juice. Yeah, that should go up nice and quick. Come on. Okay, first brick has been lit. Push that in so the air grabs it and pulls it back. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is going good. Pull the nature juice away. We're going to let that get going. Wow, it is going. Okay. And look at the vortex that it's creating. Like two little tornadoes right there. That's the key. There's so much heat coming off this thing right now. But that's the key right there of the vortex technology. And as you can see, there's no smoke. You can see the heat waves, but there is no smoke coming off these briquettes. Take a closer look for you down in here. Oh, this thing is really going. We need to get that meat. So I'm gonna let this thing heat up nice and warm. Ooh yeah. Very warm. So I'm going to let it heat up a little bit more, and once we get the meat on there, we'll show you what we're working with. Alright, be back in a little bit. Alright folks, here we go. We're going to start searing the outside of it just a bit before we put it in the Dutch oven. Hopefully some of that mesquite smoke will start popping up. It's going nice down in there. Not getting much smoke, and I threw quite a few mesquite briquettes in there. think the fire is just going too well right now. Alrighty folks, well I put a little bit of aluminum foil up there just to trap some of the heat in. Which I probably really don't need to do anymore since I figured out how to keep this filled and going. I know you guys really can't see, you can kind of see it in there now, it's going. But what I do, you just put some in the end here and keep pushing them back. Instead of trying to pull that out and keep adding to it. That little grate, it did start getting a little warm. It wasn't unmanageable. But it seems like every time I did that, it would mess up the coals. So I'm learning just to put a couple on the edge here. Like so. And it also helps with the airflow quite a bit. But as you can see, I just set them right on the edge. And as needed, this will be like the third row that I've had to do. There you go, that one kind of went. And you just push them back in there. And if you keep them upright, it really helps with the airflow. You can see in there. But yeah, it's putting off a nice amount of heat. It's quite warm. And it's cooking the meat up pretty good. Alright folks, so we just put it in the Dutch oven, but look at that. That is what it did to it right there. Nice and seared all around the outside edges. And now we're gonna slow cook it. Alright everybody, what I've done is I decided to put it right down here on the stove. Instead of trying to run it on the grill, I figured the stove would be much hotter and stay hotter. The coals really are kind of burned out, but as you can see, we're still getting a lot of smoke coming from the top here. And it's still boiling there pretty good. So we're gonna let it sit in here for a little bit longer, and if we need to, we'll put it on the stove and finish it there. But I just wanted to share that with you, cooking with the Gordon rocket stove. Very cool invention, and it works. With just one small little bag of charcoal there, $5 bag, I was able to cook that giant roast. So that's it. Check it out. GordonRocketCompany.com. I'll put the link in the description. This is Good Times for All here signing out. As always, thanks for watching.